hear myself. Says. Yeah, I'm doing that. Now I have fun here because see, and I will see how it looks on Twitter also. This is on this vertical mode. So I have been used to do the horizontal and put it on my tripod, but now it's now in my booth, recording booth in the evening, so the light here, let's see how it works. And I see somebody gave me an award here. Heart, purple heart. So I will see here on Twitter how it looks. Bear with me here. It's working on Twitter also, so that's good. Facebook. Then I could see if somebody picking it or doing the volume here. It's multitasking. And I'm holding a note card here by model 9027 cards. And according to, I think, Peter and Pablo at Happs, they say now it will be, instead of TV, that was the invite code, now it's happs.co, so that's the new Happs. And then it will be probably the hashtag or /invite and then at Lyceum, that's my username, in order to start and join here on Happs. That probably will come in the near future. So I did a tweet here to, after watching the live streaming with the founders, co-founders Mark, David, and Shepard, Mr. Shepard, David, there, and also some people tweeted to Pablo and Peters there on Twitter. And some issues here, and it's understandable because it's totally new here. As I said, now it's the vertical thing, so it's to get used to that, so I have to fix the setup so it will look good and sound good. See, it's blinking, it's like a frame is in purple, indication that it's working. And then I could end stream, I could audio settings, flip camera, turn off camera, manage viewers, send chat, also camera, and plus I could add then, see if I on stage I could test that if my co-host Adam is off. See if that's will work. Fun. I will do a short and sweet thing here. It out and see how it goes. I will continue to do it on the smartphone, and I got a question from Peter what I'm using, and I'm using an old iPhone because I like the microphone connection that I'm using when I'm recording podcast with my IK multimedia rig iCast. That's why I'm keeping my phone here, my iPhone XS Plus. And yeah, so Happs news, and will be the future. Now they've been thinking, if you watch that video, and I have tweeted about it, follow me on Lyceum Peripatos. There it's again how it looks on the profile. If you now will see the different social media channels, you could put one link, I think, and there I put my url.bio/Lyceum, and there I have different destination in cyberspace and how you could support my work, how you could buy stuff and merchandise, etc. So, and now the bio is probably shorter in text. I wrote about my provisional schedule, what I'm aiming for, like 5 times a week, but often it's a couple of times per week. But it's fun to do now when it's working again here, so I will see how it will go. And again, one big thing that could in a way turn off, as I said, the long tail, the users here, because you are creating the content. Without the content creators and users, there are no Happs in a way. But then you have investors, you have the creators and developers and programmers of Happs that and then came up with this idea to be this collaboration, to do the spreading and to different destination, and also that you could earn money. Right now, my total amount of Happs coins is cheers. Probably could give me a cup of tea at the moment, and that's probably why they have now set the level in order to do live and testing. Live, you could always be invited, as I did now, Adam Tinkoff. You should have 10,000, 10K followers in total for your different social media platforms. I don't have that yet. I have almost 10,000. It's like almost 9, I think, or 8,200 or something. And the bulk and the main part is Twitter. I have around 5,000, almost 5,000. And then you have Facebook and YouTube, but not much, and 1 or 2 on Twitch. So, and then it's linked also to Instagram, but I don't know if it's working there with stories or something like that. And so that's the second part that I'm now planning to join TikTok. I've been very hesitant. I've been thinking about company and who's behind the company and their other services. Republic of China, and but I will test it out and see how it goes. So with that, it could be interesting to test out TikTok for my side hustle, and also, even if to joke, I have 2 left feet, so I will not do any musical videos what I know about, or lip syncing or something like that. But if you have any good ideas what you would like on TikTok, you're more than welcome. Maybe it could be like a tea ceremony or brewing, steeping tea, or I don't know, fun. And then I think the big moment will be then, it's probably depending on the API and the negotiation with the big player in professional academia and career network and network with contacts. LinkedIn. That will be interesting to see. And then of course you have to get the invitation for LinkedIn live streaming. So you could wonder about these 10K, 10,000 followers that you have in order to live stream, because then it will be fewer content creators that are allowed or have a opportunity to do live, but still you could join and you could be added as a guest. And then also now when you log in, you have to do it with your phone number, and some people have had an iPad or other things like that, so they haven't had that connected. But it's probably a security feature, so otherwise you could create all kind of different emails and be a troll or interrupting live streams and doing comments that are not asked for and so on. So with the phone number, it's you minimize that risk. And then again, to reiterate and to do this vertical is probably that things like TikTok, that you're holding your hand like that, and that's the stream that you're doing. You can't do anything else. Concentrating on your stream and in this mode that you see the face, and you do things with your hands or drinking tea or musician or something like that. And then automatically, it's because still YouTube is horizontal, sitting at often with a bigger screen. That's and that's not in that format. But that then it changes that automatically when it's ending up on Twitch and YouTube. And then you could also do it on laptop or computer, but as I said, you have to log in there. I had a hard time with my Safari browser to do that. I couldn't click the list with the phone numbers. It was only American list +1. So, but when I checked another browser, Vivaldi, and then it was working. It's a MacBook, and it's from 2011, so it could be with the fan and other things that how that will work. Now we'll see here. Still many places. And there is now with the comment. Still many places let us use them. Again, when I do live streaming here now, and now I see here myself on Facebook when I'm looking down in my recording booth. It's to do the multitasking, to do the live streaming and at the same time look at comments, what's going on, so I will concentrate on my talk. But now, of course, welcome comments, high fives, and that I had on this other side here, Happs coins, awards, donate, and then you could be a sponsor. And that's how it's working in the future also. I'm not sure about that donate button, because that you had as a VIP. I got that thanks to Eileen Smith that introduced me. So I got the VIP status, a badge. There you could have this donate button, and like one donation or one payment or on a regular basis. And I don't think that's there now. We'll see here. Can you see my comments? Yes, I could see your comments. So thanks for your comments. It's on my screen. But the thing is, due to the thing that I have this as a smartphone is pretty big screen, but still it's small to see. So often I could go back and then watch the comments later on. So glad to catch you live. Thanks for that. So cheers for that, and I will do a shout out, and I will go back in later on and comment or log in on my laptop and do that. And I think that's glad to see that you have the whitelist. Yeah, that's the thing that have been talked about. I don't know if it's the Pareto principle again here, how many users they have, and then of course it's the data, and the data is showing them that, and they can do data mining, see what's working and not. My guess is that less than 20% of the users have 10K, but also less than 20% of 20 are creating content going out to 80% of downloads, views, etc. So that's probably why we've seen that. But still, personally, I'm for the long tail. Long tail is adding up, and I think that's they should think about that. But I understand the troll situation, and also that people like me, I don't know how many are watching this. You could, in the past, you could see how many were viewing, and I can't see that now. I see it's one live on Facebook, but I don't see if it's any. And thanks again, and I'll see your name here. Those I can't see it, so I will do a shout out real later on. Thanks anyway for doing that. Explain. Yeah, so that's the thing, how we have been thinking about the data showing that if you're few, if you only have so-called a few, but if it's one thinking individual that watching you or listening to you, it's one, and that's important. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. But it could be so-called depressing, or you feel down if you're creating something great and talk and have a speech of something important, and then it's only a few that watch your live. But that's depending again, time zones, when you're doing it, how often, if they know they have regular schedule, how you distribute it to your fans, to your followers, different social media platforms, if you have a newsletter, if you mention it in your podcast, if you write blog posts, etc., etc. So now they are probably promoting, and it seems that it's skewed to musicians and artists playing the guitar, piano, because that's very handy sitting, and I am not musical. But I have interviewed artists, for example, on my podcast, even at podcast, artists like Nights and others, and if they start with Happs, they could sing along, they could do impromptu thing, they could do, how to say, uh, it's called off the mic, or what's called, without electricity, unplugged, and this kind of thing, and that could draw really attention, I think, to their fans and so on. So that could be that could be the thing. But the content creators that are artists to the arts and music could naturally get an attention by viewers, and will want to watch them and listen to them and comment, and also support them with these hearts, purple hearts now, in different shapes and forms, and emojis. I like the emojis. In the future, you could personalize your awards and donations. So I want to give like silver coins and gold bars to other content creators, like a symbolic thing, statement. So that's, I think, their thoughts about that. Then it's a bit how to say, unfortunate when you start this big launch and the heads up was happening, people were locked out. You couldn't use the app at the beginning. The very counts of your followers were disappearing, etc., and others were not able to log in at all. So that could be a bummer, that you feel a bit depressed. And then again, this thing, if you don't have this 10K followers in total, or if you're not whitelisted in some other ways because they think you're a member of a community here to adding content, then you're not able to do your thing, your live stream. And then of course, then it could be that people stop trying to do it or getting the followers. But again, as I said, the founders and co-founders, you could still create connections and join others in live streaming, and that I like. So maybe in the future now it will be easier to search for content creators or for topics, for in areas or whatnot. So the searchability or findability. Again, I see with TikTok, Instagram, and others, it's often with the A-listers, the A-bloggers, the stars, famous people, and I think it should focus on indie and indie content creators, because again, in total, the long tail is be an important factor. Again, I understand their reasoning and how they see, because they have investments, they have to do a return on investment, they have to see will this be around in the future, how they want to develop. Because I think when we started, it was more like citizen journalists. I know that some of the people working at Happs, they have that kind of career, academia, and background as journalists and working at mainstream media, cheers, and others. And then you could have this local, hyper-local news broadcasting. So that I would like, but still you could do that. So I'll see here some question mark. Can you explain? I don't have followers what appear to be on the whitelist. Yeah. So again, they probably do it from case to case, and maybe it could be in my case that I'm close to 10,000, but not there yet. But because I was in the past, I had this VIP badge thanks to Eileen Smith that introduced me to Happs. I got whitelisted, and that's where on their discussion what they decide and what they do. And they said that during the live streaming also that if you have any issues or you have any requests and any thoughts or any feedback, reach out to them. And that's what I did on Twitter. So I sent a tweet to the guys here and tweeted to them, and also to Happs. The new Happs, that's how I wonder what's going on, because I tweeted Happs TV or Happs News, and then it was gone. The account was gone, so I was wondering. So the new one is Happs.co and Happs company. Domain is Colombia. So that's the thing. And so Happs TV is in a way no more. But still, it's if you do contact at happs.tv, you will get feedback or reply from the support department and Pablo and Peter and others. So I know that, as Drew said, he that had been on the development of the app. He's reading or could have access to all the conversations also. Sees what's going on. And Mark and David Newman and Mark, they are on Twitter also, and like co-founder and CEO also. So yeah, so now it's working. I don't know how the sound, the quality, how it looks, because that have been a discussion also with the quality of, because everything takes space. This is on Happs server, and that could be the thing also. That amount of content creators. We have, for example, Adam Tinkoff and we have done live streaming together, and then Adam have edited and doing the post-production, and we have used the audio format, part of it to our podcast. So that was neat to do, because then you could, it is a certain way of when you're doing live compared to that you don't see anyone or something like that. But I liked that style of it and the format, and it was in a way handy to do that you do at the same time you did live, and then you had content for an audio format for a podcast episode. So we'll see how this is working in the future with this thing. Like, as again, I said, my guess is that this happs.co/invite/at Lyceum will be the new one, because I've put happs.tv on my Twitter profile, and when you click there, I don't think you get the credit for that, or people when they sign up, because when in the past you had these challenges, how many new users you would the platform and so on. So we'll see what's going on with that. And then, as I said, the badges, the members, but it looks good. I hope it sounds good. It's all fun. As I said, you see a part of my recording booth, and maybe, I mean, when it's horizontal, it's more of my face. And now you see the whole thing here. So, yeah. LOL. Yeah. So yeah. So I think that's for now. I will talk more about the new Happs, and then when I start in with TikTok and see how that's going, and then link it together with Happs shows your chin on my phone. Yeah, that's my. So that's how it goes. But otherwise, I have to hold it like this on selfie stick. I have it on there, but yeah, so it's not optimal, but it's working. And then, as I said, TikTok, testing that out, and then Tweet 100. That's what I'm coming to now. And I wonder how if I could see how long it have been going for. 25 minutes already. So I'm babbling. So it's a challenge fair with a guy called Jay and Close, I think his name is. And where they have a leaderboard, and so you start with a tweet day one, and then you do it straight for 100 days. So and then you use the hashtag hash tweet 100. And in order that you could find new tweets, as you said, Twitter users, find new, create new relationships, and develop older ones again, and yeah, having fun and learning more about different features of Twitter and how you could use it, tips and tricks. So that's the third thing here. I often have this Tuesday tech. Now it's Wednesday, so because yesterday I couldn't log in, so I had to update the app. It was an update 3 days ago. That could be the thing. So tweet 100, or you're tweeting, or you're on Twitter. So then you could follow me on Lyceum Peripatos. In the past I had as a username or handle I have here on Happs Lyceum. And then I handed it over to Zachary Davis at lyceum.fm. So Peripatos, my new Twitter handle. So have a great day. Thanks for seeing you. Yeah, thanks. Thank you very much. And thanks for watching, and thanks for the hearts, etc. And we'll see later on how the distribution here on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and then in the future when I started TikTok. So if you have any ideas, any thoughts, any tips, suggestions what I should do on TikTok, you're more than welcome. Reach out to me. And then fingers crossed, near future it will be available to do the distribute and have a destination linked. And then I will see how to work it on the laptop. You know, getting these hearts and awards and coins and donations, so I could getting new equipment and so on. But it's working. It's working out. So clear picture for my side, and hopefully, as I said again, quality is okay. And I have to find with my chin my face there and the setup here how I will do that in the future. Maybe I have to get another tripod, or yeah, figure it out somehow. That's why I like the horizontal way, because I could then put it on the top here on my recording booth, and then have, I will joke here with you now, it's fun. Then I had this iPad, this is Meta now. I had the iPad, and you see the lag here a bit. So I have the iPad in the recording booth. So sit around a bit. So with that, I say cheerio now. It's yeah, almost half an hour, so it's time to sign off. And I had this provisional scheduling on my bio now, but now it's shorter because they want to. In future, you will make a trailer. So in order to get people's attention, if I want to subscribe to your feed, that's similar to like a trailer or teaser on your podcast. Why should you listen to me? Why should you watch my live streaming? And then you could do a short teaser pitch, and that's what I will do soon now for a service called Easy Live, about my services as a new media. So that's like do a short video, and then you get video comments. And that's what I like with the Happs here. You could have collaboration, you could have guests, you could have co-hosts, you have comments here. But thanks for again that commenting here. So that's a neat thing. That's with that, and again, cheers. So then I'm thinking of Thursday, often at 9 a.m. Central European Time, commenting, doing analysis, ventilating, force, thunder, torsdag in Swedish, often an article in The Economist. And then Friday is Friday fun, follow Friday, thank J God Star, it's Friday, like the restaurant chain, starting the weekend. And then on Saturday it's set, and that's at 6 p.m. And then Saturday uh, siesta around noon. And then here on Wednesday, it's Wednesday now, so Wednesday wrap. Then I want to have Mittwoch in German, or midweek, so then it should be around 6 p.m. But now it's 8 p.m. So power to takeaway to German. And then Tuesday tech at 3 p.m. Central European Time, and I have three things tech. In a way, this live stream was three things tech. It was the new Happs, what's going on with Happs, development there, back online, and TikTok. I will sign up for TikTok because now you could then in future do Happs. And then Twitter, tweet100, hashtag tweet100. It's tech also. So that's the thing. So see you around, and a good night, good evening, whatever, wherever you are in the world. Cheerio.